Hello, everybody. This is the 101 podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us wherever you were listening, however you were listening or watching. Thank you for tuning in to the 101 podcast, episode 39, the 101, where everyone is entitled to their own wrong opinion. I am your host, Mr. Good Call Vinnie Paul, the Cuban cowboy, Vinnie Paul, y'all. And today's guest, he's very exciting. You can see him doing comedy in Austin, Texas. You can see him doing comedy in LA when he comes out here in March. Hell, you can probably see him down at the Marriott begging for change. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the awesomely amazing and funny Mr. Marky Wheels.
Woo! What's going down, everybody?
What's up, Marky? How you doing over there in the frozen tundra of Texas?
Damn, it felt like the pandemic part 2 just hit. We got all this snow and shit over here.
Hey, pandemic wouldn't be bad as long as you got someone to curl up with, right?
Yeah, I'm over here fucking using hairy palms.
Well, we're going to get into masturbation a little bit later.
Hell yeah, dude.
I want to focus on you. You are our guest. This is not about me. This is about Marky Wheels, the comedian. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, and why the hell they should care about you.
Well, my name is Marky Wheels because I had to get it translated out of Spanish. I'm a Hispanic guy over here in Austin, Texas, and don't nobody know how to say my last name. My last name is Ruedas. You got to roll that R and shit. Yeah, man, you know those gay dudes in Austin, Texas can't roll that R. They just got gay, just got hip to being gay. So
yeah, so at least we know that hipsters won't be pronouncing it.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I had to break it down to Wheels. I'm gonna break it down because I'm gonna give you a little bit of a Sesame Street, session.
All right.
Ruedas means wheels. That's it. That's the only Spanish I even know.
I thought, wait, hold on. I've seen tire shops before, and I'm pretty sure that the actual translation for tire is "Ya las mismas cualidades."
Oh, god damn! Somebody lied to you.
Maybe that's just the cocaine talking. I don't know. It's just the cocaine.
Here I get the good stuff over there.
I cannot say. Only from what I hear through correspondence.
Damn, Benny, you got the connections.
Access denied.
So you're a comedian. You're currently based out of Killeen, which is a couple hours south of Austin, Texas. So are you?
It's actually north.
Oh, it's north.
Yeah.
It's north. Oh, well, my fucking compass is broken, this goddamn thing. I did a comedy show north of Austin in a little city, maybe you've heard of it, Bertram, Texas.
Yes, I've heard of that.
Yeah, there's a place called the Howling Moon Saloon. And I did some shows there with some Austin people, some really funny people. And the people there at Howling Moon Saloon, they deserve everything for being great hosts and putting us up there. But tell us more about your comedy. What's your style? Are you new to the game? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I started doing comedy in February 2017.
Okay.
I recently, at that time, I got off of doing a DWI filter to stop at render aid, so I had the breathalyzer and all that going on.
Yeah.
And I like to go out and stuff. However, prior to that, I was doing almost about a good 2 years worth of karaoke because I knew I wanted to jump into the comedy game, but I had this stage fright like no other, and I just had to figure out a way to fucking break that shit out and break it down and get up there and get the balls to go up there. There was a place called Cold Town, the Cold Town Room off of airport here in East Austin.
Okay.
And I would go over there on my Honda Ruckus 50cc scooter from my apartment. I had a girl that dumped me, and I was moping around, and I was by myself. So I was like, man, I'm gonna find something to do. I go to Cold Town, and I sit in the splash zone. One of the comedians goes up, and they try to do some crowd work on me. The guy goes like this. He starts off his bit with, so a buddy and I walked to a corner store on our way to get some dick pills. And the guy points to me. He goes, "You know what I'm talking about." And with no hesitation, I say, "Man, they made that motherfucking shit out of my DNA." The room's small, so it was unnecessary for me to have a microphone. I just totally fucked up the whole room. Nobody knew who I was, and I'm like, man, I'm funnier than these motherfuckers. So I'm like, that's what really got me doing comedy.
Well, hell, you got your first laugh as a heckler.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Shit.
You were talking shit
I
as
knew
a
I was
comedian. You were funnier than the guy up
Hell
on
yeah.
stage.
Shit,
So
yeah.
you've been in the game for 3 years, and that was how you started. Now that you got your foot in the door, you've had that heckle. Was
Yeah.
it a struggle for you to get over your stage fright, and do you still have stage fright today?
Oh no, I mean, sometimes I'll stumble over some material, like if I'm trying to throw out some material, because I'm more or less of a freestyle person. But what's accepted over here, it seems to me, in the comedy game in Austin, Texas, is that material. These guys want you to memorize actual material.
Yeah.
So from time to time, I ate a box of dicks doing that. However, I'm not afraid to get on the stage though. First thing I do is shit on myself. That way, nobody knows. Like, there's no ego in the room. So
Right.
that cuts out all the ego. That cuts out half of the folding of the arms and the chairs of the audience. And that's how I tune them in first. You know what I mean? I gotta say something fucked up about myself before I move any forward.
And actually, for those who are watching or who will be listening to this, if you have a look and you're not talking about it on stage, you're missing a whole portion of your act. If you're not just telling everybody why, because I look like a bum a lot of times when I go up on stage. I'll have mismatched socks, I'll be wearing pajamas tucked into my boots, I'll have this half of the sweater will be green and then a just random spray paint over there. And I tell, yeah, hey, everybody, I looks like Helen Keller got trapped in a Goodwill overnight. That's how, yeah, outfits by Scary Spice. But if you don't tell those jokes, like you said, their ego, people think you're holding yourself up there. And once you shit on yourself, that takes away their opportunity to shit on you and heckle you later.
Hell yeah. Took me a minute to learn that.
And you may
Like,
freestyle, but I think if you go up there and just freestyle, it could sound like a routine if it comes across as natural.
yeah, that's what I do. I pretty much like I'll story tell a lot of everything that I put on stage. I gotta say 92% of it is true. Sometimes you gotta bend that truth in order to get that laugh out though. But for the most part, all the fucked up shit about my life, oh yeah, you'll hear it.
See, that's completely contrast to me because I'm a strictly routine comic, but I have enough of the routine in my head because I've been doing it for 7, 8 years now that even though it looks like I'm bouncing from one topic to another, it's just strings of jokes and that's the order that they come in. And I'm strictly routine. I
Yeah.
cannot freestyle, and I'll be the first one to tell you that. If I try to do it, it's crickets. Because only 8% of my routine is real life things that happen to me. All my stuff is shtick. It's all character based. It's all just absurd. That's my
That's an
style.
actor right there. Shit.
But I watched a lot of like I like vaudeville comedians and actors, and they did everything. They did the song, the dance. They told really dramatic stories, and they were very physical with their comedy. It wasn't just the words.
Yeah, I love that shit, man. I like when people do skits like on Instagram. Like these comics, they get pretty damn creative.
Yeah.
There was one guy, I don't know if you're familiar with, and I'll put his name out there. He's a friend of mine, Josh Castro, out of Austin, Texas. He runs the what do you call it? What is it? Border Laughs. There's a room called Border Laughs over here
Okay.
up 7th Street. This dude's skit was about a Hispanic guy going out into the snow because it's snowing right now, and he's making a raspa, a snow cone,
Yeah.
and as he's like pouring all this like these like salt shakers and whatnot, he points to one of his dogs taking a leak in the snow, and I was like, that just puts everything together. It was like a speechless, like skit that he did. Like he didn't have to say anything.
Yeah.
He just pointed it everywhere. I was like, dude, these people are amazing.
Yeah, physical. It's one thing I like about physical comedy is that physical is funny no matter where you go. It's completely universal. Somebody getting kicked in the butt and falling on their face is funny in America just as much as it is in Russia. Someone falling off of a bar stool in Mexico is just as funny as it is in Asia. You don't, and
Hell
those
yeah.
are things that you don't have to say, but I still envy you, my friend, because I could, as
Hell
much as I can, as
yeah.
much as I can freestyle in my other career, I cannot do it on stage because I still get nervous when I get up on stage. But I think if I were to ever lose that, then I'm no longer a performer. Anytime I play music
Hell
or
yeah.
go up in front of people, give a speech, even in, like I said, my other career, and I have to go do something in front of a crowd of people, the butterflies are still
Mhm.
churning, they're still going. So it's
Yeah.
good to have that little edge, but I envy that I can't freestyle like you.
Yeah. It took me a long time because it was just the 10th of this month is when I hit 4 years of doing comedy since the first time was it was February 10th of 2017 when I went up on at the Velveeta Room
Yeah.
downtown Austin, Texas, and I knew it was a make or break point at that day. But I would try to do material like storytell, but like written storytell, and it wouldn't come off as good as when uh, when I would like take a couple beers and I'll just go on the fly and like I got to the point to where I can do that, but I had to learn how to do it without the drinking because the drinking it started getting to my head. I thought I would get on stage and I thought I killed and shit. But like my friends are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Awkward.
Shit, they dick. So
So
like
so you don't
it
perform
was like
under
6 months
under
ago.
the influence anymore.
No, I'm not doing anything under the influence anymore. I mean, I smoke some weed. Well, I have to smoke weed. I've been smoking weed since I was 11 years old. So like I can't stop that shit. But yeah, I come to find out that that's all I need really. Like I just need to get a little bit of weed in my system, maybe some an energy drink. I try to do away with that too now because that start hitting my nerves. And I'm doing like hand gestures. If you look at my Instagram, mark.radis, you see me. I'm like like you would think it's the Instagram that's glitching and missing skipping pixels.
Either
Like,
that or you're trying to
damn.
make fun of Michael J. Fox and Muhammad Ali.
No, that's fucked up.
Hey,
Parking.
but
Who
you
was
say
Parkinson?
you say you used to be state dependent. I have only done one performance, whether it be music, theater, comedy, radio, podcast, anything. I've only done one of those five in the last 20 years without being under something or on something, or a
Yeah.
combination of
He said
things.
never again.
I am completely state dependent when I perform. That's just when I started off playing music, everyone was passing around a joint. So we were always playing, coming up with, ooh, I feel the music, man. And then, you take some mushrooms and you go out to a drum circle and you think, ooh, I feel the music, man. Or, you hit a line or something, you think, I can play faster, man. And now,
God
it's
damn.
not that extreme, but I've just always been, even I shouldn't say this, but even when I was in high school, yeah, we did theater plays in high school, and an hour before the show, we all snuck around back in the trailers on the football field.
Damn. That was some savages back in the game when you were kids.
Sorry,
They don't know what
mom.
to do. But you were ahead of the game.
What's
I
that?
mean, like you knew you shit. Like you gotta loosen up before you get on that day stage. Yeah. But yeah, I have fun doing comedy. That's the only one passion I have really in life. I mean, like I could ride a BMX or anything like that, but I'm getting too old to fucking be getting into accidents on that motherfucker anymore. I'm already 30. You know what's coincidence? It's episode 39 and I'm 39, man.
What?
That's
How
my
the
lucky
hell
number.
does that happen?
Hell yeah, I want to see that number and maybe 19 zeros after that motherfucker, after this podcast. This is my breaking point. Hell yeah.
Hey, who knows what can happen? That's why we're here. We're marketing ourselves
Anything
here.
can happen, bro.
That's right. We're marketing
Throwing that
ourselves.
spaghetti on the wall.
We are here at the 101 podcast where everyone is entitled to their own wrong opinion. I am your host, Mr. Good Call Vinnie Paul. Marky Wheels is joining us. That's the end of segment 1. We're going to do a quick 30-second commercial and we'll be right back.
Answer the call. Changing perspective. Changing life. You can make a change in the life of one child today with Operation Hope. Dial 512-599-7717 or reach out to us here on the 101 podcast for more information on ways to volunteer and donate.
And we're back for segment 2 of episode 39 with Marky Wheels on the 101 podcast. Brought to you by our sponsor, Prince Benjamin Brown and Operation Hope, based out of Austin, Texas, who are supporting underprivileged children with after-school programs and places to open their creative minds. So thank you, Prince, for your sponsorship. But he's in Austin. Marky Wheels is in Killeen. So you're a comedian. Are you doing comedy in Killeen? What's coming up for the future for you? You got any future bookings coming up?
Oh yeah, on the 24th of this month, I've got, what is it, City Limit Saloon in Pflugerville, Texas.
Pflugerville.
Yeah, Kate Loyce is putting all that together. Another comic that's been out of Austin for a long ass time, a good 8 years. And I also have another show coming up in Coppers Cove, Texas, is with this guy named under Daniel Solis, and this is gonna be at the Foo Bar, February 27th. Yeah,
The Foo Bar.
shit.
Wait, is this guy really on parole? I saw the flyer. I wasn't. Is he really on parole?
He's actually he's in the military, and they did some shit like he's out for like a certain amount of time. And plus, there's another comic coming from Washington D.C. that's he was doing comedy out of Killeen, but he moved to Washington, had to kill some people through the army or some shit like that, and moved back. And yeah, so like it's like a welcome back to Sylvester. This comedian named Sylvester. He's supposed to be on that show as well. I think you got the flyer. I sent you up. Y'all guys check it out.
Oh yeah, the flyer's gonna be up on the Patreon page for sure. And I'm putting the information, since we're recording, I think they can see me chatting live. So I'm gonna put the information here live so people can see it. And if any of it looks wrong or incorrect, feel free to type it in and correct me.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we'll make sure. That way they can't say we didn't give them the information. Oh, we didn't know where the show was.
Exactly. Exactly.
And Pflugerville, for those of you that don't know, Pflugerville is a small suburb. It's northeast of Austin, Texas, northeast of Austin, Texas. And I want to get him on the show. I don't know if you've ever seen the public access TV show, The Big Daddy G Show.
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, so I used to run sound engineering for Big Daddy G, and he lives up in Pflugerville, so we would always go to the Whataburger. I forget what the strip mall was, but we'd go to the Whataburger. He'd park the limo outside. We'd booze it up in the limo, and then they'd take me back after eating Whataburger, and we'd do a little after show, just kind of State of the Union. If we had a good time, we'd have the guests and take them out. But we don't have Whataburgers out here in California. No.
Man.
We don't even have Waffle Houses, which you don't have in Texas either.
Oh yeah.
But we do.
That guy always had some flavor on, right? He had like a button-up yellow shirt, or have some shit on.
Yeah, it
I
was the
remember
yellow
running through
Hawaiian shirt. He was always carrying the big margarita with the big smoked out aviator glasses and some kind of funny hat. He
Yeah.
was, other than me, he
Damn,
was the
dude.
brightest person in the room. But yeah, I did sound on that show the whole time I was living in Austin because I met the producer of the show through Co-op Radio, which is a
Oh, damn.
independently funded radio station there in Austin, Texas that I interned at.
Damn, you were working, dude. You've been
Hey,
everywhere.
I told you, I gotta stay busy. I have to stay busy because if I don't stay busy, you know what I do? Mushrooms, cocaine. All that shit doesn't become productive anymore.
Start getting
I'm
idle
serious.
hands.
I'm horrible with idle time. That's why if I can find something to do, even if it's cleaning, if it's moving some furniture around, if it's just going for a walk in the neighborhood or going for a drive somewhere, I gotta stay busy. And it shows when I do comedy, I'm over here, I'm singing like a monkey, I'm dancing like a giraffe, you know, I'm doing and then I'm
Yeah.
singing in the rain, and I'm always big and loud. And people definitely know when
Hell
I'm
yeah.
there. But that's just me.
Hell yeah.
But you, my friend, you seem like you're more of a chill, kind of just
Yeah.
level guy when you perform.
Yeah, exactly, man. I just get like 19 joints in, and I
That's
go with the
about as
flow.
calm as you can get. That's like one of those, like,
Yeah.
because I had a show and we had, I was doing a comedy band and we would tour all around the Southeast. Everything south of Mason-Dixon that used to own slaves, we played there. And we did this one show. We did one show in Montgomery. Well, we did a lot of shows in Montgomery, but this one particular show, it was a test to see how many edibles were too many edibles.
Damn.
Turns out 1,100 milligrams in 4 hours is too many edibles.
God damn.
So I've been told.
How many milligrams is in like an average edible right now where you're at?
10.
Fuck.
And I had 110% more than that.
God damn.
Or maybe it's
Yeah,
1,010%. I'm bad at math because marijuana.
I don't know, man. Over here, I guess rations are so scarce over here that we just want to smoke the flower. You know, nobody wants to make shit.
Yeah, yeah. Austin isn't a artificial or a vapor edible kind of city. It's you know what? Let's roll a joint. And Colleen, I'm sure it's the same way. Let's roll a joint. Let's dump out a swisher, twist it up, and light it.
Yeah. That reminded me of one of my bits was talking about that. I don't like smoking swishers because like you already gotta buy the weed, you gotta buy the swisher, and then you gotta
You
cut it
buy
open.
you buy the ones that are already cut and open, and they're just the wraps. You get 50 of them on Amazon for $12.50.
And 30 of them are already dried out.
So I've been told. And I know
you crush them up and you roll them in cigarette paper.
Yeah, they're called splits. You mix the reefer with the sticks and stems with them. And this show, actually, aside from our other sponsors, is indirectly sponsored by Milfing Cookies, edibles sold here in Los Angeles. So if marijuana goes legal in Texas, does that change the game for you? Does that, like, is the struggle over? Because I know me and you were talking, you says, oh, I had to go find some shit. Is the struggle over at the point where it's legal?
Oh yeah, it is definitely. I already got our heads are together in these huddles of my friends. We're gonna make it out as soon as fucking cannabis is legal here in Texas federally. Oh my God, man, it's over with. Yeah, I think some of them are just blowing smoke up my ass. Like, I got a buddy over here in Colorado, where they got acres and what the fuck.
Oh, I lived in Denver, Colorado
for.
I lived in Denver for 2 years. I loved it out there, man. Fucking loved it. It was postcard views every day. Beautiful, athletic people walking past you in every direction. The homeless people are shooting up heroin in front of police officers in Union Station. It was amazing.
Yeah, everything's legal. People learn to know their limits whenever you legalize everything.
Do they? No. if it's more accessible, if something is more accessible to people, do you think they're less likely to do it or more likely to do it? Because I know when I have money and I have money to go get a product that I can get without a hassle, I enjoy it more as much as I enjoy breaking the law. And trust me, I do. Everyone that's known me for the last 35 years knows that I love breaking the law. But if I can get the same results with half of the battle or none of the stress, which do you want to think I'm going to go to? No stress. That's where I'm going to go. So do you like the thrill of being like, yo, man, I'm gonna meet you down at the HEB.
Hell yeah. I think, well, I don't know, it's like I really don't even give a damn no more. I've been smoking, I always have weed in my cars. And like I go through there's a what is it? Williamson County. I don't know if you remember that. There's a county over here in Austin where they'll throw you under the jail with all the rapers and throw away the key. If you get caught with one little roacho in your car.
Well, for those of
I
you
drive
out
through
there,
there all the time.
oh, that's a good sponsorship. If anybody out there needs some attention, get caught with a roach in your car. Feeling lonely? Get caught with a roach in your car.
Dog, I went to what is it, rehabilitation classes on drugs and whatnot, and there was a girl with the roach in her car that she got busted with a roach in the car. They gave her 4 years probation out of Williamson County for a roach choke.
Yeah, that's how it works. See, and that's the other thing. They broke the law because they're not allowed to possess it legally. Whereas in Denver, Seattle, Oregon, California, all these places where you're able to possess it, all that stress goes away. Now you're not able to drive under the influence, but they have, it's pretty easy to see. The one going in the fast lane, 97 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour speed zone, he's drunk. The one doing 45 and a 60, he's stoned. He's less I mean, chances are he'll back up a couple miles on the access road, but he's not going to run anybody off the road.
Yeah, dude.
Weed is the better drug.
And when you're driving drunk, it gets you on that autopilot.
Well, you feel limitless.
Yeah.
You feel like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I'm floating through the world. The world is my oyster.
Hell yeah. As a matter of fact, man, I just ran out of weed a second ago. I was grinding my stems, believe it or not. I was like, I know I'm getting CBD out of this. We're snowed in.
No, you know the
bro. Shit, I'm going half mass over here with no weed on Vinnie Paul show. So this is me going natural almost, but I made sure I got something in my system. I was like, I'll be damned. I gotta give him something. Like, shit.
I'm curious. I'm curious now because I've been broke a lot of my life and I've smoked stems. I've smoked reefer that had seeds in it. I've been there, but now I don't have to because I just go to the freaking dispensary, spend $70 and get an ounce of pre-ground shake for $70. I don't have to break up the weed. I don't have to pull the stems out of it. Everything's already broken up and ready, and all I gotta do is twist.
That's not bad.
Lick and light.
No, that's an extra 20 well spent on all cleaning and all that. Yeah.
$70 per ounce.
Shit. Dog, I'm going.
So in other words, when you come visit in March,
yeah,
the first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna pick you up from the airport. We're gonna light up on the way to a dispensary. We're gonna go get some shit. How long are you gonna be in town? 3 days?
I at least want to make it. I at least want to make it in there for 2 days, 2 nights, 3 days. Yeah,
All
three
right,
days, two
cool.
nights.
Make sure you're in town for that comedy show I'm hosting. And I tell you what, anytime that I'm not dealing with personal shit, I'm smoking you out, or I'm gonna tell you, hey, take an Uber to this dispensary. It looks shady, but they have good prices and good bud.
That's what's up, man. See, I needed somebody like that. I wasn't gonna just go to go. I know we had some open mics there and whatnot, but I wanted to be in the right hands when I go somewhere like that. You know what I'm saying?
And actually, by the
We got
time
homeless people too, but I don't know they're homeless people like we have. Like,
they just look like people from Texas.
on a personal level.
So, all right, we're gonna pause. We're gonna pause for a quick commercial break. I've got a 45-second commercial we're gonna play. This is episode 39, talking weed, talking women, talking comedy with Marky Wheels on the 101 podcast, where everyone is entitled to their own wrong opinion. We'll see you in 30 seconds.
Has life got you feeling down? Yes. Do you feel like you're just spinning your wheels? Going nowhere? Yes. Don't kill it.
And that, my friends, is what we call a technical difficulty. Let it be known that our sponsor has not provided us with updated sound equipment, so that is what you get when we are stuck on the one-on-one podcast, where everyone is entitled to their own wrong opinion. I am your host, Mr. Good Call Vinnie Paul, the Cuban Cowboy, coming into our third and final segment with comedian. We're not sure if he's homeless or not, but he is Mr. Marky Wheels. He's got a he's got the ponytail going on,
damn.
right? Have you always had a long hair, ponytails?
Yeah. Anytime I'm into something like the first dream I had was I wanted to be a professional boxer, and I'll grow it for like as long as I was in that gym, and I'll put it like this. But I started growing my hair out like this after I got booked for my first paid gig. That was January 2nd of fucking last year. So it hit a year, January 2nd, that I was an actual paid comic, and was it February 10th is whenever I celebrated 4 years of just being on stage. So I did almost 3 years of fucking open mics before I got booked for anything. You know, I was just focusing on me. Yeah, I wasn't focusing on the circle jerk and you know how 'cause they could get some again, they got some funny groups here and there, but I was just worried about my funny. I wasn't really worried about networking. I had a Facebook account, but I didn't do social media for shit.
No.
I didn't fuck with nothing up until when I moved to Killeen. I moved to Killeen about a little over 2 years ago. However, I uh I didn't start doing comedy in Killeen until 1 year in of me being here because I was working overnight. I was an overnight grocery stocker, and it was just hard as hell for me to get to Austin and do any open mics. So for like a year, I would hit maybe two open mics a week. I wasn't doing them like I'm doing them now. You know what I mean? Like I had that devoted passion. You know, it's like I don't know. I just got through some I want to say like marital problems. I was going through it, and when I finally found out and realized I was gonna get my separation from my wife, I had to keep myself busy, even more busy, and I was like, well, now that I don't have to devote my time to her. I can devote it into comedy, and that I just eat, sleep, and shit comedy now, and I live about an hour, 15 minutes away from Austin, Texas, and I'll take that drive maybe about a good 3 or 4 days out of the week to try to hit some comedy. And I put most, if not all, my lately I've been putting on my sets whether I bomb or not. If it's a 3 minute set, if it's a 5 minute set,
Yeah.
I posted on Instagram so people can see the growth, you know. And I'm still young in my comedy career, so I mean they can see the progress, you know what I'm saying? And see the grind and what it takes.
And see, that's crazy to see. You've been in it for 4 years and you're still climbing, getting booked gigs, working to get booked gigs. I know I asked you because I've seen your stuff, and I always support that are people that are family of cousin Berto, and I always want to, I like networking. The first time I ever did comedy, very first time, it was an open mic. Um, Leading up to it, 2 weeks before that, I got a coupon to go to a comedy show with a friend of mine who was blonde with a nice ass. So yeah, I'm gonna go. And we go to this comedy club, and I watch the performers, I laugh, it's fine. And then I'm talking to the host of the show afterwards, and I'm talking to the guy at the door, and they say, "Hey man, you sound like you could go up here and do 5 minutes of comedy." Because that's what everybody sounds like in Atlanta, Georgia. But actually, no, the two guys that told me that used to write with Rodney Dangerfield, and they're from New York. And they says, "Yeah, you're pretty funny. Why don't you come up here and try it?" So I was like, "Okay, fine." What I haven't said no to only two things in my life: crack and heroin. It's the only two things I've ever said no to in my life. And so yeah, okay, sure. I've done theater, I've done music. Let's go up and tell 5 minutes of jokes. I invite every single person I know, because I had done music before and I had done theater, so people are aware that I'm a performer, and they're like, they would always come to my music shows and they'd come to my theater shows, and they'd say, "All right, let's come see him do comedy." 37 women showed up for that very first night of me. That's more than they had performers for 2 months.
Dang.
I brought 37
women
and two dudes just to balance it out.
And they're gay. They like each other.
And they freaking bowed down to me. They said, "Vinnie Paul, here are the keys to the castle." And immediately after that, and actually that I had a 5 minute set. They gave me 7.5 because I kept rolling and I kept telling funny jokes. And honestly, it was a good fucking set for my very first set doing comedy. I took 2 weeks getting the testicular fortitude to just go up on stage, because I was thinking, fuck, how do I be funny and have it come across naturally? Because I'm thinking, oh, I want to have these jokes written out, and that's where I became a routine comic, was from that very first day.
Yeah.
And then after that, people saw that I could bring people and I had a crowd. I sold that room out within 6 months of my first night doing comedy. I sold it out with standing room only. There were 10 extra tickets that were sold for standing room only.
That is badass, dude.
But
and
I peaked early.
Hell yeah. God, it's so important to I think your first set will either make or break half the comics.
Yeah.
It makes or breaks you, you know what I mean? And I was blessed with a good set on my first time there. I don't know if it was a contagious laugh. I had a couple of decent jokes in there, but look up Marky Wheels on YouTube, everybody, and you will be able to see my first set ever on stage, on the stand-up comedy stage at the Velveeta Room. Check that shit out.
I like the Velveeta Room.
If anybody was laughing or not, man. It was wild, man. I was like,
I love the Velveeta Room.
Hell yeah. It's a nice small room. However, there's enough seats in there to get your drive up. Like if you want to read a room, you got enough people to vouch for what you're talking about, and you don't gotta be so loud. And you gotta, I mean, I could be mellow there, and everybody would get it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, thank you, dog. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that is the link. We have put it in the chat for everybody. It is you can read, can't you?
Yeah, I saw it for a minute. It popped up for a minute and it went away. But yeah, hell yeah.
That's all right. I'm gonna put it all on the Patreon page. I'm gonna put links to all your stuff on YouTube, all your stuff on Instagram, all your stuff. You said you had Facebook also. We're gonna link everything that we have. We're gonna put flyers for his shows. We are gonna bombard you with a link tree of Marky Wheels. So if you can't handle it, get the hell out of the kitchen, because he's bringing the heat, everybody. And since he is a comedian, I have the power. And you say that you like to, just kind of spitball ideas and come up with just random stuff. So I have a little segment that I want to close the show with.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I am Vinnie Paul, the Cuban cowboy. And inside of this cowboy hat, I have 276 topics. What I did
That's
was
what's up.
I smoked a joint and wrote down 270 ideas.
That's some good
for
shit.
the podcast. I ripped up the note cards and I said, hey, let's see what happens.
Idea smoke.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some random topics out of this hat. And we're just going to let you riff on them. We'll give you 20 or 30 seconds on each one. If you want to be sincere, you can be sincere. If you want to be funny, you want to test your comedy chops right now, I'm going to test your comedy chops.
I'm ready.
How do you feel? Are you ready?
Do this. Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. The first topic in the hat is ABCB, iambic pentameter, a poem, a 4-line poem.
A 4-line poem.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Something like, I dropped my hat and the acid in a vat. Now I'm gone spoiled, but at least I'm not fat.
Oh god damn. Look at that. You put me on the spot right there.
All right, you're up.
Like I didn't know I was doing poetry. Poetry night. All right, let me see. I dipped my dick inside some shit. I found out it wasn't a woman, so I ran real quick.
See? Easy as that, man. Ladies and gentlemen, let him know that he can hold his own dick.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic is going to be rapid fire. Topic number 2. Who built the pyramids?
Who built the pyramid? I just got done watching that movie.
The movie or the Aliens TV show that's on season 77?
Oh man, I'm gonna go off of Joe Rogan's first Netflix special that I just watched on DVD.
Okay.
He was saying, what if there were people smarter than us that existed before us? That's what I think. I'm gonna go with that. That's what's up.
We agree. That is very fine, sir. All right. Next topic. Rapid fire. Camping or glamping? Do you like roughing it, or are you a little bit more posh when it comes to nature? Do you need your luxuries when you go camping?
Do I need my luxuries when I go camping? Fuck yeah, I cannot stand mosquito bites. Fuck that shit. I gotta have everything. I don't want a tent. I want a goddamn cabin.
Well, why the hell are you going to a cabin then? The point is to get away from all that.
I don't know.
shit.
I just want to make believe I'm hardcore. I don't want to throw the fish back in there and shit.
My
That's the only thing I don't like about it.
My audience knows me because I'm sort of a survivalist. If you want to put a label on it, which I really don't like, but I can go out with a book bag on my back and go out into the woods and stay out there for 3 weeks. I can forage off the land. I know how to build houses and huts and lean-to shelters and how to make fire without a lighter and how to find water, how to boil water, how to get water when there's no water. Like I know all that kind of stupid stuff. So for me,
I need you right now. You got no running water.
You know what you do if you don't got no running water?
Get the snow from outside and put it in the tub. Yeah.
See,
damn.
You don't need glamping. You don't need to watch the Yankees at 4:00.
No. I could be yanking at 4:00.
Oh,
fall asleep, wake up at 4:20, ready to rock and roll.
All right. Oh, speaking of whacking it at 4:00, the next topic is your most recent orgasm. And I don't want to hear about
most recent orgasm.
I don't want to hear a personal one. I want to hear one where there was other people involved that were not on the screen.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
you might have to go further
let me
back.
get this real quick one out. Okay, I was taking a shit earlier, and some piss came out, but it came out like syrupy. So I want to say that was my last fucking orgasm. And I don't know how the hell it happened because I was freezing my balls. I was smoking a half of a joint outside, if you want to call it that, made of stems. And I think that's what they're talking about. It reduces your sperm count because if you smoke enough stems, that shit will fucking throw your sperm out just nonchalant when you're taking a shit.
Holy shit.
And then I had to flush that shit with a bucket. It was horrible.
Wait, you had to flush the toilet with a bucket? You had to flush the toilet
I
with
did
a
it like a
bucket?
gentleman. You know, I took off the convertible,
Yeah.
and then I put it in the back of it.
Dumped it
I
in
went
the
through the
tank.
motions. I filled up the tank.
First of all, let it be noted, everybody who's watching, that is the first time I've lost my hat during an episode. So for anybody keeping tabs, that is the first here on episode 39 with Marky Wheels. And second of all,
we found out how to get a low sperm count.
well, there's that, or you can drink a lot of Mountain Dew or take steroids.
Oh, damn.
So I've been told.
Now I don't know what I've been told.
All right. What's the next topic gonna be? What's it gonna be? Deep one. People who masturbate to hentai.
Hentai. If I know what the hell hentai
Like the octopus porn, fucking the wife from Family Guy or something.
Oh.
Cartoon porn.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Do you
masturbate to that shit?
Do you masturbate to cartoon porn? And what do you think about people who do?
I don't masturbate to cartoon porn. I like to just do it the old-fashioned way, clip out clippings from a magazine and put them in a sandwich bag and slap them on my shower wall.
Hey, you got to be careful with those with the magazine articles, because that's how I got my better's name in Vegas was Nick Bag, because I was turning the pages too fast and I nicked my bag. All right.
You're savage.
Wait, so people, if you would masturbate to hentai, to cartoon porn, do you have a certain cartoon character which you favor, and which is it?
I think it's Wilma
From the Flintstones?
Yeah, because if I shoot, there's a less chance of shooting in her in the eye because all she has is that little pupil. Like she doesn't have the whole entire dilated eye like her neighbor. Her neighbor is hotter, however, I ain't got to worry about her.
Well, and
anybody else shooting in their eye.
And all you got to do with Wilma is flip up the skirt, yank on the reins, and that's the end of it.
Oh yeah, goddamn, man! There's all kinds of shit you can do with that bitch. She has those fucking bare feet, like. She's that redheaded, barefooted savage, you know what I'm saying? Stays in the kitchen. Kind of like shit. Yeah.
All right. Next topic is gonna be. Let's dig. Oh, it's gonna be a good one. If you could learn any language,
what would it be?
If you could learn any
I would
language,
say Portuguese.
What?
Portuguese.
Okay, now my interest is piqued. I don't get it. Tell me, why Portuguese? What's her name?
Well, I don't know. I just thought it would be cool to learn Portuguese because it sounds so damn strong and so easy for me to learn because half of the shit is already Spanish. I always look for an easy out and look, I can just make believe I know how to do jiu-jitsu. I can lie to people, tell them I do jiu-jitsu.
No. All right. We got two more topics here. Wait, what was that last topic?
Portuguese.
Oh, if you can learn any language. Yeah. I came out here, so I speak 7 languages. I speak French, Spanish, Russian, Turkish, Polish. I speak a little bit of Filipino, and did I say Russian already?
You say you hand,
Yeah.
you sign?
So one language I didn't learn was sign language. Exactly. But the only classes that they have out here in South LA are gang sign language.
Now fuck all that shit. Yeah, you get your head killed fucking around, right?
I learned how to
Trying be
crip walk.
intelligent.
I learned how to crip walk before I learned anything else. All right. Let's see what we got here. Quick one. Vegans. Fuck around.
Oh,
roast the vegans. Give me a roast.
Oh, goddamn. Check it out. So we're snowed in over here, right?
Yeah.
I'm in Georgetown at a grocery store. I'm not gonna name it. I'm just gonna say I work there. Everyone's grabbing shit called meal simples and stuff you throw in the microwave. And what people are rushing in and they're getting ready for survival because we're gonna be snowed in for 5 days. And I'm like, oh, these motherfucking vegans. I was like, shit. I hope they know how to open a fucking can of tuna. I hope they know how to eat fucking sardines.
Or Vienna sausages.
The words of Kevin Hart, they're gonna learn today.
Shit. Vienna sausages. I mean, they're gonna have to figure it out real fast.
Damn, vegans, man. I cannot stand a motherfucker just walking out of Whole Foods eating a cold bean kale and couscous salad, sipping on a LaCroix. I'm like, where do you come up? Like, who are you impressing with that shit? You know what I mean? I don't know. I've always been a meat man myself, man.
I'm like,
if there's not a meat,
I'm an omnivore. I gotta have meat with every single meal. I can't, even if my doctor says, oh, you can't eat meat anymore, I'm gonna say, you know what, doc? Well, you're just gonna have to sign my death note a little bit faster. A little bit sooner than you thought.
Dude, I'm
sorry. I'm not gonna stop eating meat for anybody.
Nah, hell no. I'll push my limits. I'll see
be
how far we can go.
It'll be a cold day in Texas when I stop. Oh shit, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah. We find out it's your coming out party. If you're going vegan, you might as well come out too.
No. Jules. All right, one more topic. Let's make it a good one. What do we have in the hat? What do we have? Oh, I accidentally picked two. I'll let you choose. They were stuck together. All right.
Oh, now he's gonna pay this stuff again.
All right, so you could either talk about if you could be any celebrity, who would you be and why? Or how to get away with murder.
I'll go with the celebrity thing, man, because the murder is kind of depressing. I'm closed in. Let's go with the celebrity. If I can be a celebrity, I would I'll be fucking Joe Rogan. I know he's probably only got 20 more good years. But I mean, hey, that's good years well spent. He just signed with Spotify and shit like that. You know what I mean? He's my homeboy, man. He's in Austin.
Oh, you know him?
That's BFF. Oh shit, damn.
Your BFF is Joe Rogan now?
He's in Cali. He's doing the Savages mask to me.
Remember, physical comedy.
Hell yeah. Man, I'm telling you, you gotta just eat, sleep, and shit comedy.
Hey man, if you can't laugh at life, what's the point of living it?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, Marky, I appreciate you coming on the show. Marky, I appreciate you coming on the show. We're gonna have to wrap it up here. I wish we had more time to spend with each other, but Zoom is gonna kick me off because I didn't upgrade to record for more than 45 minutes.
That's what's up, bro. Hell yeah, man.
So one more time, you're on the February 24th. Marky Wheels will be at City Limit Saloon in Pflugerville, Texas. February 27th, he's going to be at the Foo Bar in Copper's Cove, Texas, at Daniel's Parole Party. Ladies and gentlemen, Marky Wheels, give him a 30-second goodbye and let him know how much you love having you.
8 o'clock, y'all be there. Much love. Thank you, Vinnie Paul. I love y'all.
Marky, we're going to play a little bit of outro. I'm going to stop recording after a while, but I want you to stay on the line and enjoy the outro music, and we'll talk a little bit more afterwards.
All right, that's what's up, man. Let me hear it.
Thanks, everybody, for watching the 101 podcast, episode 39 with Marky Wheels of the 101, where everyone is entitled to their own wrong opinion. I am your host, Mr. Good Call Vinnie Paul, the Cuban cowboy who lost his hat for the first time. You've been watching the 101. Thank you, everybody. Have a good time.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but that sound signals the end of the show. We appreciate your continued listenership. This is the 101 podcast, where everyone is entitled to their own wrong opinion. Okay?
Yeah.
Eh?